As you all know, one of the most puzzling trades before the NBA season involved Jordan Poole leaving the Warriors for the Wizards. And what did the Warriors get in return? An aging Chris Paul, who is way past his prime. It doesn't make sense now, does it? Makes you wonder what else was behind the trade. And what that exactly is what we're going to be talking about. Hello and welcome back to NBA Swish. Today we'll be talking about, yep, you guessed it, the real reason why Jordan Poole left the Warriors. I know you must be wondering, what is this mysterious reason why the third Splash Brother left his beloved team? Well, stick around till the end as we answer this question and more, as we delve into the various intricacies surrounding Poole and the Warriors' relationship. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Do you remember what happened during the NBA Media Day, where Jordan Poole was showcased donning a Wizards uniform? It was weird, wasn't it? To see the third Splash Brother wearing something that doesn't have the Golden State colors? It's no wonder fans were left pondering the perplexing decision of the Warriors to part ways with the hero of the 2022 finals, just a year after clinching the championship. Of course, rumors began to fly, and I'm sure a lot of you must be quick to pin the whole trade on Poole's scuffle with Draymond Green. But to be honest, when you look at the whole thing closely, the genuine motives behind Poole's trade extend beyond the shadows cast by Draymond. Before we start talking about the reasons Jordan Poole left the Warriors, let us talk about his fairy tale story with the Warriors. And it was an amazing story, wasn't it? Truth be told, given his start and how fast he was progressing season after season, it was promising to be one of the most extraordinary underdog stories of the decade. I am sure a lot of you Warriors fans know about his humble beginnings. Emerging from a modest career at Michigan, Poole was drafted with the 28th pick in the NBA draft. Yes, you heard that correctly. He was trailing behind people like Fiondu Kabengele, who no one even knows plays in this league. This is crazy. His draft story reminds me of Nikola Jokic, and how he became the MVP after being picked late in the draft. Anyhow, when Poole came to the Warriors, they were one of the most successful teams in the league. They continuously made it to the NBA Finals, but so many games had taken their toll on the players, and of course, the injuries started to come in. As we all know, Kevin Durant got injured with an issue to his foot, and Klay Thompson also got sidelined with a major injury and had to get surgery done, which resulted in a long layoff. Heck, even the reliable Steph Curry got injured with an arm injury. Such injuries resulted in a major slump in form for the Warriors. Then, in comes Jordan Poole. Basically, enduring the tumultuous aftermath of injuries to key players, Poole found himself drafted in the midst of the Warriors' darkest season. Obviously, this was the perfect opportunity for any guard to shine given the number of minutes he was being played so early in his NBA career. This played a huge part in his progress, even though initially he was falling short in performance, averaging a meager 9 points per game. So just when did the Poole party begin? When did he start to earn some popularity and respect for his name, so that he could also become a superstar for the Warriors? Just when did he earn the esteemed title, the third Splash Bro, putting him alongside the likes of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson? Well, let's fast forward to 2022 when their injured superstars came back. There were heightened expectations for the Warriors. However, still, Poole wasn't in the spotlight initially, as the team gravitated towards their core trio of Draymond, Curry, and Klay, supplemented by Andrew Wiggins' unexpected stellar performance. Now, with 4 all-star players, it was highly likely anyone else could make a name for himself off the bench. And that is exactly what Poole did, thanks to his game winners and flair in matches. To be fair, back in the day, I remember how Poole's transformation into a third Splash Brother caught everyone off guard, evolving into an elite scoring option and eventually earning a spot in the starting lineup. And that's not all, because Poole's playoff performances showcased his prowess, becoming the second best scoring option and setting records for points off the bench. Slowly, he started to make the first 5 for the team. Thanks to his support, the Warriors seemed poised to sustain their dynasty. Players like Poole were perfect for them to support their core 3 of Steph, Klay, and Dre. And, well, during the highest of highs is when the downfall of Poole began. It all started, as we all know, with the first signs of discord that emerged when Draymond Green, a future Hall of Famer as we all know and a well-respected Warriors legend, physically confronted Poole during practice. Now, it's still a little bit murky as to why it happened, but according to rumors, Poole disrespected the veteran over something. Some say that it was due to his ego about his improvement over the season, but whatever the reason might be, this incident marked the beginning of a deteriorating relationship. Moreover, it's also said that it stemmed from Poole's newfound confidence after signing a substantial contract. However, these are just rumors. We can't say for sure what exactly happened. What we do know, though, is that Poole's relationship with the Warriors severed a lot that day. In the aftermath of that event, reports surfaced that Poole's ego had grown unmanageable, disrupting the team's camaraderie. And this was in line with his performances too, as he had started to become quite selfish with the ball, opting to drive in and score rather than pass. He had also started to take deep threes, which, although he is relatively good at, still you can't make that clutch shot and miss it when you have Steph Curry on the team. Either you pass it or you score your clutch attempt. And despite these initial attempts to dismiss these behavioral incidents as a passing dispute, the Warriors never fully recovered from the rift. Playing with such a reputation and pressure from both his teammates and the fans had to have an effect. It's no wonder that Poole's individual performance declined in the subsequent season, accompanied by a noticeable decline in shooting percentages and defensive efforts. It's almost like he wasn't even trying anymore. The playoffs proved embarrassing, further accentuating the disparity between Poole's self-assuredness and his on-court contributions. He had started to become more of a liability on the court. This resulted in his minutes being lessened and Kerr starting to favor players like Kuminga and Moody more from the bench. But let us get to the present day. And as you all know, in a strategic move, the Warriors traded Poole for Chris Paul, who had recently transitioned from Phoenix for Bradley Beal. Now, don't get me wrong, CP3 is a legend of the game. But to trade a young gun like Poole, who we all knew was a Warrior through and through, for a veteran like CP3, seemed like the wrong move to a lot of people. But despite Paul's struggles in the previous season, the Warriors sought consistency and veteran leadership over Poole's inconsistent performance and perceived ego. And while it was heavily criticized at first, it turned out to be the right move for the Warriors. It appeared as though CP3 had easily transitioned to the Warriors system right away. It was almost as if he had been there playing with the Warriors for years, to be honest. Above all, kudos to Steve Kerr for seemingly allowing Paul to play point guard and converting Steph into a shooting guard. In this manner, Steph may assist Paul and make open threes as he uses his knowledge to direct the moves. The two have struck up what appears to be a successful business venture. While Chris Paul may not promise the same ceiling as Poole, his proven ability to elevate teammates coupled with unwavering consistency aligns with the Warriors' pursuit of another championship. The decision to choose a seasoned leader over young talent represents a strategic move to extend the dynasty's longevity. It goes on to show what a difference a trade can make, to move on from the highly talented youngster who had his whole future ahead of him to the veteran who only has a few years left in the tank. It couldn't have been easy. But to be honest, I think the Warriors made the right call. With the way the Warriors are playing right now, they could have made this trade even without the Poole-Draymond rift. So I guess Steve Kerr and his vision that Paul might be a better fit for the Warriors also played a huge role in the third Splash brother leaving. Either way, it's clear that the trade for Chris Paul represents a strategic shift in pursuit of a more seasoned and consistent leader. But what are your thoughts on this bold move? Do you believe that the Warriors made the right call in prioritizing experience over the potential of a rising star like Poole? Let us know in the comments down below. As the NBA season unfolds, we'll be keeping a close eye on how this decision shapes the dynamics of both the Warriors and their prodigal son they departed ways with. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.